As the sun starts to set, you're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Carolina Panthers and these guys defending their home turf. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And off we go from Honolulu. Jimmy Horn here on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And another small 4-yard chunk there. Jalen Walker firing over to take him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They've got a man in motion. 2nd down pass play coming. It's on the end route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hopkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd. Throwing from the gun here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Falcons have it as he records the first interception of his young career. I gotta imagine facing a defense in the bottom half of the league had these guys excited, Brock, but cue the old record scratch sound effect as that defense forces an opening drive turnover.
Yeah, just a reminder for this quarterback that decision-making each and every week is at a premium, and don't look at the stats. Study your opponent.
They're gonna run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Here we go, Shaq. Get him. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Penix here from the gun. Big strike here to Moore. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
18 Cardinal. Go win him.
From the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Brings it in. They drop it with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on to the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Penix is going to throw again. Key touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock, it's going to bring up 4th down. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, and I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they had one last gasp to try to make something happen here in the red zone, Brock. Just wasn't there. This defense too locked in, coming up with the interception.
Yeah, it's the work they do on those first 3 downs to get to this 4th down, like a pitcher does, to get to an 0-2 count. They know it's their advantage. And once that offense decides to go for it on 4th down, a good chance they're going to get that stop. And oh, by the way, a few style points and add it to the stat sheet with the INT.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Got for big yards on the right side. I'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Panthers first. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing now off the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. No throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now a 4th down staring right at him.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation makes somebody else beat you.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. They're going to try to throw for it. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Staying with Robinson. He takes it down to the 33.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited.
1st down. Here's Penix. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this forward to about the 28. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panther Street, check over.
Running left is Robinson. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They gain 11 on that play, and that's a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. You also got to find the throwing lane. And you couldn't do it on that one.
And the tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hey, check that. Street. Hut.
Again, left side. Here's Robinson. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Go.
Trying for it with Penix. Escapes the pocket. He's got it to his running back. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Penix working from the gun. It's his back. It's Robinson. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Baker with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. He finds him 6 yards on that 1st down run.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Falcon back to throw. Short pass brought in, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
We've set it down from 37. To throw here on 1st down. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Another throw here on second down. He's going to try another deep one here. It would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And that sets up third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. To the air on third and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's now two, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got two in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
On first down, here's Penix. Over to Robinson on the sideline it comes. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and they netted some positive yards.
That is Cox. This is Fant working downfield. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Give him 25 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And he is in. Touchdown. The Falcons blow their lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Going after from Carlson is up and good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Baker with the return. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. First call here coming for the shotgun. Back to work after throwing the pin. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's going to bring up the Carolina first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Trying to throw this from the gun. Going all the way to the end zone here. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. Second down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That's is going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons launches the return, goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. They get to him before it can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
From the shotgun, Penix. Balled in by Mooney, left side. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
On second down, Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Let's go now. 19, 18, Pioneer.
3rd and 1, it's Penix. Oh, the Mets on the move here. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
79 Broncos.
Penix on first down. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Bronco 80. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Penix here from the gun. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who's trying to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Baker with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Catch made left side by Palmer. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going from the gun here. Headed out right. Complete out to the right. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
First down, Panthers.
Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Offensive line fast.
15 more yards. That's another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. All in left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Pass caught, 9-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double.
Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdoal.
Yeah, such an advantage. And I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when you start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'd be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Robinson again here on 2nd. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Trap, 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 trap. Go trap, go trap. Check go.
Going to the ground again on first. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Panthers 7.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Baker with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
70 Lion.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's held to just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
He was brought down by David Ellis. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. On the crossing route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He's going deep this time. And they pick him off again. And the Falcons have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On first down, here's Penix. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Bronco 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Panther 11, Panther 11. Warriors 18, Pioneer. Let's go.
Penix working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, come 19, come 19. Ready, ready.
Play fake, Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Left leg 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Move, move, get up.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Second down now. They need 7. Shotgun snap against Robinson. And 2 yards all he can get. It's third down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Honolulu. Falcons nearing their second win in the campaign. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Trying for it with Penix. He's got his man. Touchdown. The Falcons put up even more points in a win. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons continue piling onto this lead.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Baker with the return. And he dives to end the return. Not sure I understand the thinking here. They're going to start very deep in their own half.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is the worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Here's a design run. Drawn up for it. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. So that penalty declines. They're happy enough stuffing that last play at the line for no gain. This will be the final play of the game. Running it after the penalty. Gets him 5, but still a ways short of that line of gain. So here comes 4th down. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say aloha from Honolulu.